South Korea is an East Asian nation on the southern half of the Korean peninsula. It shares one of the world's most heavily militarized borders with North Korea. It is equally known for its green, hilly countrysides, dotted with cherry trees, and centuries old Buddhist temples, plus its coastal fishing villages, subtropical islands, and high tech cities. It is also known for its wildly popular K-pop and K-dramas. South Korea's growth since its separation from North Korea in 1948, devastating Korean War from 1950 to 1953, and democratization in 1987 has been phenomenal, with the country emerging as a technological leader with companies like LG, Samsung, Daewoo, Hyundai leading the way. Seoul, the capital of South Korea, is a bustling metropolis of over 9.7 million people. It has served as the nation's political, economic, and cultural center since 1394 during the Joseon dynasty. The city blends ancient heritage with cutting edge modernity, from its palaces to temples to skyscrapers to tech hubs and bustling streets. The city is also a food paradise famous for its street eats, barbecue, and Michelin starred dining. The Han River or Hangang is the lifeblood of Seoul, cutting the city into two distinct halves and shaping its geography, culture, and daily life. First on our itinerary of Seoul was the Gyeongbokgung Palace, the official royal residence and political heart of the Joseon dynasty for over 500 years up to 1910. Gwanghwamun Gate is the grand southern entrance to the palace, which can be easily accessed from the nearby metro station. A giant statue of King Sejong the Great, who created Hangul, Korea's alphabet, greets you as you emerge from the metro. Behind the statue are six stone columns standing as symbolic sentinels celebrating Sejong's legacy. Beneath the towering statue is a bronze replica of the Honchunai, Korea's Joseon era armillary sphere. Next to the sphere is Angbeilgu, a sundial for timekeeping, and Chegegi, a rain gauge for measuring rainfall. King Sejong didn't just rule, he left a legacy of literary and scientific advancements for Korea and the world. Further ahead is the statue of Admiral Yi Soon Shin, a widely respected admiral from the Joseon era. The statue of a powerful mystical beast, the Heite, is placed on an elevated platform nearby. Gwanghwamun Square was originally created and opened to the public in 2009 and further renovated in 2022. Today it is a cultural hub hosting several events and even protests. From the square, you can enjoy fantastic view of the palace and the iconic Bugakkasan mountains behind it. The entry to the palace is ticketed, roughly 3000 won, but many prefer to wear a traditional hanbok dress, which can be rented from a nearby shop, enabling free entry. When entering Gyeongbokgung Palace from Gwanghwamun Square, one has to cross three gates in succession, leading from ceremonial public areas to private royal quarters. Gwanghwamun Gate is the primary entrance gate, followed by Haengmyemun Gate, used for welcoming ceremonies, further crossing a stone bridge over a palace stream called Yeongjegyo, and finally Kinjengmun Gate, leading to the main ceremonial courtyard. As we approached the main Gwanghwamun entrance, we could see a large crowd of visitors milling around, proudly dressed in their hanboks, traditional garments flowing in a kaleidoscope of silk fabrics. Women wear chima skirts in soft pastels of pink, blue, and gold, topped by jagori jackets adorned with intricate embroidery. Men opt for baji pants and dopo robes in deeper tones like navy or crimson, some wearing tall gat hats adding a touch of regal poise. Many couples walk arm in arm, while others wait for their turn for photographs with the royal guards dressed in Joseon era robes. It is 10 a.m. and it is time for the royal guard changing ceremony, harking back to the Joseon days, beginning with the resonant beat of drums signaling the start of shift change. The relieving guards, clad in vibrant hanbok uniforms of flowing red and blue silk robes, tall black hats, and wielding spears or swords, march in precise formation from within the palace grounds towards the gate. Accompanied by rhythmic drumming and the flutter of colorful flags, they approach the on duty sentries stationed at the gate's arches. The outgoing guards salute, exchange formal commands in archaic Korean, and hand over symbolic keys or batons, all the while maintaining stoic discipline amid the parade's pomp. There are other artifacts like the colorful Korean traditional drum placed in the square where tourists can take photographs. Wearing our handbags, we moved on to the second gate in the complex, Heng Newman Gate, which translates to Gate of Flourishing Virtue. This gate features a two-story pavilion with three doors and a hipped and gabled roof with intricate carvings. Further ahead came the two-storied Kinjangmun Gate, the third and final gate before the throne hall leading to the main ceremonial courtyard. It is surrounded by corridors on both sides. As we cross the third gate, the majestic throne hall of Joseon kings, Kinjangcheon Hall, comes into view. Built in 1395, it is the largest structure in the palace where Joseon kings conducted coronations, state affairs, and ceremonies. Since access to the interior is not allowed, one can see the splendor of the majestic royal throne and the interiors boasting intricate multicolored patterns on the ceiling and brackets featuring dragons, phoenixes, and floral motifs. The hall is supported by massive, tall, vermilion columns. The lattice windows and doors allow light to filter in dramatically. The Gyeongbokgung Palace has over 300 structures total, including some side annexes, each one with aesthetic complementary architecture of the day. Some of the prominent structures adjoining the throne hall include Sajengjeon, or the King's Daily Office, Gangneungjeon, or the Hall of Health and Peace, and Gyeotaejeon, the Queen's Residence. There are also adjoining pavilions like Gyanghweru, or the Pavilion of Joyful Meeting, which was being used for royal events, and Hyeongwonjang, a scenic pavilion on a pond island to the north. As one goes around the palace, one feels as if you're being transported to the Joseon era, moving among the royals. The palace complex and the gardens are teeming with visitors dressed in splendid hanboks and playing out their fantasies. The palace has served as a captivating backdrop for filming various popular K-dramas like Goblin, Legend of the Blue Sea, Love in the Moonlight, Kingdom, and several others. The Joseons were a powerful imperial dynasty that ruled over Korea spanning over 500 years from 1392 to 1910. They left an indelible legacy on Korean society, particularly in areas of science, technology, arts and handicrafts, and culture. There are several other places of tourist interest in close vicinity of the palace. The National Palace Museum of Korea is located west of Gwanghwamun Gate and houses over 40,000 artifacts from the Joseon dynasty. National Folk Museum of Korea, located within the palace grounds, is a vibrant repository of the nation's cultural heritage, focusing on the daily lives, traditions, and folklore of ordinary Koreans from prehistoric times to modern era. The Sejong Center for Performing Arts, located east of Gwanghwamun Square, is a venue for hosting landmark events like international festivals, K-pop concerts and traditional pansori performances. Gyeonghaegang Palace, one of the five Joseon era palaces, also known as the Palace of Serene Harmony, is about 10 minutes walk west of the main palace. Seoul Museum of History, located close to Gyeonghaegang Palace, offers a historic perspective of the city's evolution from ancient settlements to modern megacity status. Insadong Gill is a vibrant street market 10 minutes walk southeast from Gwanghwamun Square. Stretching about 700 meters, this street buzzes with traditional tree houses, art galleries, antique shops, and steep vendors. About 5 minutes walk from Insadong is Jogyesa Temple, the head temple of Jogi Buddhism. It has three massive golden Buddha statues in the main hall representing the past, present, and future Buddhas set against intricate murals. It also has a 500-year-old lace book pine tree and a 7-story pagoda. As we came out of the palace grounds, we came to a grand, colorful installation on public grounds called Walls of Public Life with the theme Radically More Human. This installation is part of the Seoul Biennial of Architecture and Urbanism event, which happens every 2 years. Directed by British designer Thomas Heatherwick, the wall features contributions from global designers transforming urban walls into interactive, colorful installations that provoke thought on public spaces. Our next destination was Myeongdong, a shopping district in the heart of the city in Janggu. The narrow alleys in Myeongdong are lined with colorful shops selling everything from trendy fashion to Cape beauty products like sheet masks and skincare from brands such as Olive Young, Face Shop, and Nature Republic. Beyond shopping, Myeongdong is also famous for its street food scene, where vendors offer treats ranging from sweet pancakes, spicy rice cakes, and grilled skewers. We treated ourselves to a Korean barbecue at a restaurant in Myeongdong. It is a dining style in Korean cuisine where diners grill their own meats, typically beef, pork, or chicken, right at the table on a built in gas or charcoal grill. Marinades like soy sauce, sesame oil, garlic, and gochujang, Korean chili paste, are used to enhance the flavors. The iconic Namsan Tower, also known as Seoul Tower, is located close to Myeongdong Market and can be accessed by walking or taking a shuttle bus or a taxi. The tower is an iconic landmark perched atop Namsan Mountain in the heart of Seoul. Standing at 236 meters tall, it is one of the highest points in the city and a prime spot for panoramic views. Although the tower was initially constructed as a comprehensive radio and TV broadcasting facility in 1969, it was opened to the public in 1980, making it a major tourist attraction and a cultural hub. The tower's design features a sleek cylindrical structure with a distinct observatory pod near the top, illuminated at night with colorful LED lights. The observatory deck offers 360-degree views through floor to ceiling windows of Seoul's landmarks. There is a revolving restaurant below the observatory, which completes a full rotation every 48 minutes, offering spectacular views of the city. We took the cable car from the Namsan Cable Car Station at the base of the mountain. Due to the crowds, the wait for our turn took almost 40 minutes. The cable car takes you up the mountain in a cabin that holds up to 40 people. As you ascend, the views unfold dramatically, starting with the dense cityscape of downtown Seoul below, transitioning to lush forested slopes of Namsan Park. The ascent itself takes about 7 minutes. The cabin sways gently, adding a thrill but it is safe and smooth overall. From the upper station on the summit, we walked for about 300 meters along paved paths to the tower plaza. The path is scenic, passing lovelock fences, outdoor cafes, and viewpoints. The lovelock fences are filled with padlocks attached by couples as symbols of eternal love. Surrounding the base of the tower is Namsan Park, a lush green space with walking trails, ancient beacons from the Joseon dynasty, and the famous lovelocks. The tower is a must visit for its romantic ambience, cultural significance, and role as a symbol of Seoul's dynamic spirit. After a thrilling exploration of the Namsan Tower premises, we returned to the base station in the cable car. After the Namsan Tower tour, we went to the Cheonggyecheon stream, a 10.9 kilometer long public space stretching all the way from Cheonggi Plaza near the City Hall eastward to the Han River. The stream has been restored with walking paths, bridges, fountains, and art installations, providing a peaceful strolling path and picnic spots for locals and visitors. LED lights illuminate the water at night, creating the perfect ambience for evening walks. Early next morning, we set out to visit the Royal Tombs of Kings in Seoul, a suburban park in the southern Gangnam district. We walked past a row of high rises along Tehran Row, Seoul's Wall Street, with offices of Samsung, Hyundai, POSCO, and the glittering Gangnam Finance Center. The streets are clean and well kept. Fascinating sculptures line the entrance to the office buildings. The royal tomb site at Sanjeongnyeong house Seollin and Jangneung, which are two royal tombs of the Joseon dynasty. The tombs have been declared as UNESCO World Heritage Site. We start our tour of the park with a visit to the Royal Tombs History Center, which has many artifacts and panels depicting the history of the tombs. The first Joseon era structure on the route is Jasil or the House of Purification. This used to be the place where the persons conducting the rituals for the dead souls used to stay and purify their body and prepare their offerings. A jasil typically consists of incense storage, storage for ritual objects, a royal kitchen, and servants' quarters. As part of the ongoing Joseon Royal Tombs Festival, we were given papers for stamping royal seals representing tomb elements like thrones, vessels, or guardian animals. As we came out from Jaisil, we saw a giant ginkgo tree with vibrant yellow leaves indicating onset of fall. It is the sole surviving member of an ancient group of plants dating back over 200 million years. The first tomb on the route is the tomb of King Sangjang, the ninth monarch of the Joseon dynasty, who reigned over Korea from 1469 to 1494. The tomb site has an entrance area with a red spiked Hongsamun gate marking the sacred boundary, distinct roads for spirits and mortals leading to a T shaped wooden shrine flanked by a royal kitchen for preparing ritual foods, guards' quarters, and a steel shed housing inscribed tablets. The burial mound is adorned with statues of civil and military officials, mythical animals like horses and tigers, and other guardians to protect the site spiritually. The central earthen burial mound is grass covered, facing south towards a body of water, with a mountain backdrop and surrounded by stone railings. The rituals conducted at the tomb site embody Confucian ideals of filial piety and cosmic harmony. Located close to the king's tomb is the tomb of Queen Jeonghyun, who was the third wife and queen consort of King Sejong. She is renowned for her support of Buddhism and for refurbishing the nearby Bongeunsa Temple. Further ahead is the tomb of King Jeongjong, a son of King Sejong, who ascended the throne via a coup against his half-brother, the tyrannical king Yon Sangun. As we exited the tomb site, we spotted a colorful wish tree adorned with papers as part of the Joseon Royal Tombs Festival. Located close to the royal tombs is Bongeunsa Temple, affiliated with the Jogye order of Korean Buddhism. It is known for its historical significance, architectural beauty, and programs like temple stays that allow visitors to experience monastic life. The main entrance to Bongeunsa Temple is the Jinyomen Gate, also known as the One Pillar Gate or Iljumun. It houses the four statues of the Sacheon Wang, four heavenly kings, which are prominent protective deities in Korean Buddhism. The four kings are fierce yet benevolent warriors and adorned in elaborate costumes, holding symbolic items like pipa, a stringed instrument, sword, serpent, and stupa, and each one is associated with a cardinal direction like north, south, east, and west. The statues are shown with wide eyes, mustaches, and stern gazes to intimidate malevolent spirits. The temple complex spans a large area and has several structures like Daewungjeon, the main hall housing statues of Buddha, also the focal point for rituals. The Pangeon, or the scripture hall holding several cultural artifacts and ancient Buddhist scriptures. A 23-meter tall stone statue of Maitreya, the future Buddha, called Mirik Debul, and the bell pavilion displaying the traditional bell, drum, wooden gong, and other objects. Statues of Lord Buddha in smiling and seated positions are seen in the courtyard. The temple layout follows the typical temple design with halls arranged in an axis leading up the hillside, surrounded by gardens and pine trees. The temple premises adorned with decorations, paintings, stone lanterns, stupas, monuments honoring historical monks, flowering plants and stalls are teeming with pilgrims offering rituals, tourists, monks, and other casual visitors, making it a lively spiritual hub of Buddhism. The Starfield COEX Mall is a massive underground shopping and entertainment complex located opposite the Bongeunsa Temple, run by the Shinsegae Group in Korea. It is part of the larger COEX Convention and Exhibition Center, which serves as a hub for trade, conventions, and cultural activities. The mall features the iconic Gangnam Style bronze statue depicting two oversized crossed hands in the signature horse riding dance pose right outside its east entrance, commemorating Psy's famous 2012 hit song. COEX Mall boasts over 320 stores, ranging from luxury brands like Louis Vuitton and Gucci to affordable fashion, electronics, and beauty outlets. Dining options include more than 100 restaurants, offering Korean, international, and fusion cuisine with highlights like food courts and gourmet markets. The Starfield Library within COEX Mall is a favorite spot for the youngsters with its dramatic design and stunning two-story library with over 50,000 books, towering 13-meter high shelves and reading areas. The COEX Aquarium is one of Korea's largest, housing over 40,000 marine creatures across themed zones. The mall also boasts of a 17-screen movie theater with IMAX and 4DX technology, venues for K-pop performances, casino, duty-free shops, fitness centers, and direct subway access via Samsung Station. As the evening approached, we set out for Hongdae Street, famous for its youth culture, indie arts, and K-pop. Known for its free spirited energy, Hongdae attracts locals and tourists with street performances, trendy cafes, clubs, and shopping, making it one of Seoul's coolest neighborhoods. The area is especially lively at night when crowds gather for busking and nightlife. Hongdae evolved in the 1990s under the influence of Hongik University, a prestigious institution renowned for its fine arts program. Over time, it has become a center for alternative culture with busking and live music gaining prominence. The area is famous for clubs playing K pop, electronic, and indie music. Areas like Club Street offer lively parties. It also has several shopping stalls selling vintage clothes, accessories, and cosmetics, and themed cafes such as Harry Potter inspired spots and animal cafes. There are also art markets, galleries, and arcades like Zhang Games. Street vendors offer Korean favorites like chimaek, fried chicken and beer, ramyeon, egg buns, and more. Evenings on Yulmadang Row buzz with dancers, singers, and aspiring K pop groups performing for crowds. Perfect for exposure and skill building. K pop, short for Korean pop music, is a genre from South Korea which has become popular all over the world due to its catchy melodies, energetic dances, high production music videos, and a focus on idols rigorously trained by entertainment agencies. It encompasses upbeat pop, dance music, ballads, and fusion with elements like hip hop, rock, reggae, and electronic music. K pop's modern form began in the early 90s with performance by Seo Taji and Boys on Korean TV. It exploded across Asia in the 2000s through a cultural phenomenon called the Hallyu or Korean Wave, influencing global fashion, beauty, and entertainment. PSY's 2012 viral hit Gangnam Style catapulted it to the global stage, reaching 1 billion views across the globe. Groups like EXO, BTS, girl groups like Twice and Blackpink became global icons. The 2020s integrated K pop further with global trends emphasizing digital content, NFTs, and collaborations like BTS and Coldplay. Currently, K pop remains a powerhouse in Korea, driving tourism, economy, and culture. Korean cuisine is world famous for its diverse, flavorful, and health oriented food traditions. Some of the iconic dishes include bibimbap or mixed rice bowl, bulgogi or marinated grilled beef, samgyeopsal or grilled pork belly, kimchi jjigae or kimchi stew, naengmyeon or cold buckwheat noodles, and japchae glass noodle stir fry. There are also a variety of street foods like hoteok, odeng, bangopang, tteokbokki, kimbap, Korean shrimp and corn dog, dakochi, and hoeriganja, which are worth a try. As we leave Heavenly Seoul with many cherished experiences and memories, here are some tips for the travelers coming into Seoul. Download Wow Pass card for all transactions, T-Money card for metro and bus, Naver app for reliable navigation, Subway Korea app for metro guidance, and Papago app for Korean to English translation. Happy journey.